Alright, so hello everyone, I'm Ryan. Well, the only reason why I'm wearing a baseball cap indoors is, well, as you can guess, has a bit of a mess, so I'd rather keep this thing on just so that I don't have to deal with all of that. So, also it is a bit more of a casual, I guess, evening, or would it be afternoon? I'm not entirely sure. Still having a bit of coffee as well, so this is about as casual as it gets. And, yeah, just want to talk about a couple of things. Well, small things really. So first, as just a casual update, as you can probably tell, I do look a lot more different than before. Just as like a quick little reminder, this was what I looked like when back in like 2019, I think. Yeah, late 2019 when I started working out. So I mean, just as a reference of weight, of how heavy I was, back in I think 2018, I started at 145 kilos, and in yeah around that time, like in 29, no, actually no, that picture is, yeah, that was 2019, yeah. So I dropped down to 120, so I was about 120 then. And then in 2020, funnily enough, lost about 20 kilos, so pretty solid there. So basically I ended 2020 and started like the January of this year, 2021, at 10 kilos. And now it's, well, Feb the 11th, and, well, yeah, I'm pretty much almost at 90. Like, it's almost like 90.5 or 91 kilos ish. So, honestly, I was not expecting to reach this fast. I was thinking that, oh, this year I'd be lucky if I get to even like 80 kilos. Like, that's like absolute best case scenario. But no, I actually might be able to reach my main weight goal, which initially was meant to be really low, about like 60 something. Not 60, sorry, 65 something. So for my height, that's actually not a good thing. And I may actually drop that and may go for something like 75, maybe 70 at worst. Because, so my height is 6'1", and I wanted to, well, pursue a bit of boxing, like professional boxing. However, I remember making a promise to myself of, if it ever were to interrupt my education or were to interrupt anything else, and particularly in this case, education, then I wouldn't take it up. I would rather just pursue it as just like a boxing enthusiast, and that's, well, exactly what I'm doing now. Is even if I really wanted to, I just don't want to take the risk of basically losing precious time to study and prepare for just higher education. So, because of that, I've decided to go for a far more relaxed weight goal of about like 70 kilos. I think that should be okay at worst. Like, that should bring me light enough of like I ever do have opportunities. Dropping down like below that shouldn't be too hard. But anyway, uh, other things I want to talk about. For this, I'm gonna have to switch to here. Hey, there we go. Actually, using scene switchers for one. Um, yeah, just actually want to talk a little bit about just the kind of aesthetic of my channel, if that makes any sense. So, oh yeah, well, this is my main YouTube account, so not really most indicative, but essentially, I kind of like how shitty it is. And I don't know if it makes any sense. It's almost like I'm really attempting to make it seem as, I don't know, like it's, you could almost call it a aesthetic of early YouTube, or just like in general, just like a lot lesser effort. And in some ways, some videos, like for some reason, will have more effort than others. For example, The Everlasting Man, I really enjoyed making that. There was a lot of effort within the audio and all that. And then there are some videos which are far more casual, such as, like, I guess something like this, all of them being more casual stuff. And in general, as you can tell, like, there, I know what it can look a lot better, but generally speaking, I just like how shitty it looks. And that's the thing. It in initially, I think, I don't know when I started to notice that I like that. It was probably I don't know, it was probably like, yeah, something like this video, maybe even this video, where oftentimes you won't even be able to understand the thumbnail. Like honestly, some of the early thumbnails, this one barely I can understand it, and some of them are okay. Like, again, some of them, like tech review stuff, it's very obvious what it is, but still, if it makes any sense, I really like the kind of like more smaller, like down to earth kind of YouTube. Like, especially one channel in particular recently I've been watching. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, Brian Ropa. This guy, I really, really love it. Like, as you can tell, I've been watching quite a few of his videos, and I really like it. I mean, he quite literally just uses the thumbnails from his like videos, like, or just the random stills from it. I love his videos, and I really like that side of YouTube. In some ways, I'm trying to almost emulate that. Not that like, oh, I could. It's not that. See, I'm not putting down in any way like people who actually put an effort in their content and being like, oh, I could totally just do that. I'm just not. I'm choosing not to. No, it's not that. I just prefer, you know, that because I don't really like to take myself all that seriously ever. So it's just much more easier to do this kind of stuff much more freely. And probably the reason why, just in general, I mean, they're not the most it's not at all the most consistent upload schedules, but at the very least, there is stuff going on. Versus when, I mean, there were very few times I even attempted in quotes professional type of things, which rarely, or like, yeah, no, it's not even professional. It's just like more higher effort stuff. And again, it's not meant as a laziness thing. It's quite literally, I just like this for some reason. If it makes any sense, the reason why I like doing this style of videos or like this form of YouTube in any ways is it kind of makes me feel at home for some reason. Like this very oddly homely feel of just that kind of raw. uh, I wouldn't call it cheapness, but just the there's this very raw YouTube in a way, like where I know I can like you can do a lot to improve upon it and all that, and it just in a lot of ways to me makes me feel like yeah, I mean this is my channel, like I know this is mine, like as in I know that this is kind of my style of making things. And yeah, in that regard, like that's probably the reason why I'm not too or actually, I never really do promote my channel in any ways, just because I don't know how the hell I would explain it. Because I do a lot of random stuff. I mean, just as reference, like just for the last couple of videos. Last one was just a well cover, like more of a meme cover. Then this was literally me being emotional about like giving away my phone, and then this was just well talking about yeah, this is the end of the year, and then this was of course like one of those true scary story readings, another cover, then just some random video, a random this like this reviewing a baseball glove, and also just like a random shitpost video. It's yeah, it's not at all consistent, but I kind of like that because I know, or at least it's kind of a nice thought knowing that like tomorrow. Oh, getting a call. I'll probably answer that immediately after this. Yeah, like literally I'm just getting a call right now. God damn it. um but essentially yeah, I kind of like that, like I don't particularly know what to make, and oftentimes it means that I don't really have any limitations, and I quite like that. But anyway, yeah, that's really all I wanted to say, is just make a quick little video about this. But yeah, cool. Thank you guys for watching, and well, I'll see you guys later. Peace.